The first question will be pertaining to the first main point you've covered in your speech, which was why Ukraine matters to the United Kingdom, the country which is not a neighboring state to Ukraine. Thank you.
Well, I'm delighted to be here. It's very important for me to be able to explain British policy on Ukraine. And as you say, we regard Ukraine as being a country whose future will help determine the future of Europe as a whole. It's an important country for us because it's big, has a large population, it's in a strategic location. If Ukraine is stable, that will spread stability in the region, whereas if it's unstable, that risks creating instability in the region. And of course the relationship with Russia is very important. We consider that if we can encourage Ukraine to go down a democratic path, and so that Ukraine becomes stable and prosperous, that will have a demonstration effect throughout the former Soviet Union. A country of 45 million people becoming democratic and stable will show people that there is a good alternative to authoritarianism.
You have also outlined a few areas of concern to the British government in regards to the situation going on in Ukraine, political, economic, social life. Could you please just dwell on them really briefly?
It's important to us that we can show that Ukraine is democratic and is moving towards Europe. If Ukraine is not democratic, then the case for helping it, the case for engaging with Ukraine will become far less. And there have been developments in the last couple of years which have led to cause for concern. The last elections which took place in November 2010 were seen by many observers as being flawed. There are concerns about the rule of law and the development of democracy which need to be addressed. We believe that Ukraine still has enormous potential and that the problems that there are in no way irreversible, but we need to explain patiently and constructively to the Ukrainian authorities those areas where we think there are problems and what we can do about that.
My last question would be how the UK could interfere to anyhow assist with the current situation.
Well, that was the third part of the talk that I gave today. I wouldn't say interfere, but I'd say what mechanisms are open to the United Kingdom government and to the European Union to help Ukraine. And we do see the negotiations which are taking place now between Ukraine and the European Union as a critical mechanism to help Ukraine develop. In particular, I believe that if the negotiations on the deep and comprehensive free trade agreement are successful, that will bring Ukraine a decisive step closer to Europe, closer to democracy and closer to stability and prosperity. If you compare Ukraine today with Poland today, you see that Poland has made enormous strides since 1990 as a result of close integration with Europe, whereas Ukraine has not done quite so well. So we hope that that will be a core mechanism to help Ukraine come closer to Europe. And conversely, if those negotiations collapse or if Ukraine goes off in the direction of the customs union, I think that would be a very bad sign for Ukraine.
Thank you so much for your time once again.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you.